Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. Brought to you by Wholesale Holiday Lighting by Giannini, your complete holiday lighting specialist, meeting all your decorating needs. They're at 162 Ocean Avenue in Lindenhurst, and you can call them at 631-957-5106. And this is whether you want to become part of this business, or maybe you have a holiday lighting business and need stuff to decorate because of the shortages. Give them a call or go to the website liholidaylighting.com. And also brought to you by Omni-True Value Hardware at 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, New York. 631-756-1125 for the best prices in town as you prepare for winter time with winter weather products, including salt, the lowest prices in the tri-state area. OmniTrueValue.com is the website. Well, we caught a little bit of a break today. A bit more dry air has seeped down the eastern seaboard, and it hasn't gotten rid of the clouds completely, but enough of the cloud cover has broken up to allow for some sunshine. You can see that on the satellite that there are breaks, for example, at midday from southern New Jersey down into the Delmarva Peninsula, and also north and east of New York City. But then you go north and west of New York City and Philadelphia, you have a bit more in the way of cloud cover. Looking at this, you would think that this moisture that is streaming up from the Gulf of Mexico into the southeastern part of the United States, where we once again have patches of rain and some patches of heavy rain to deal with, you would think that looking at this is all going to be moving northward. But in reality, it is just going to come to a grinding halt and not really do much of anything but just sit there. There's some development of showers and storms off the North Carolina coast because we do have a low that is developing there. It doesn't look to me as if this is going to become a tropical problem because upper air conditions are not favorable for tropical cyclone development. We may get a non-tropical system that forms out of this, and that might have a little bit of an impact as far as the weekend is concerned, especially for Sunday. I'll get to that in a moment. In the meantime, you can see the rain on the south. It's kind of to the south. It's kind of patchy, but you really have to go a fair distance down into western Virginia and point south into western North Carolina. Also seeing some patches of heavy rain in parts of Georgia and down to the Florida Panhandle and along and off the North Carolina coast. But the northeast radars are bone dry, and they should stay that way. We still have this upper low that is spinning around in the middle Mississippi Valley that is responsible for that arc of rain that you see from Florida northward and then westward across the lower lakes. But again, the movement northeastward is not expected. And we're seeing some precipitation out in the west across parts of California, into Nevada, Idaho, and into Montana. That's where we have this deep trough in the western part of the United States that's bringing occasional rounds of stormy weather there. Speaking of storms, just very tiny area of marginal risk on the Florida Panhandle and also up in parts of northern Utah into Idaho, western Wyoming, northeastern Nevada. But a large part of the United States is not seeing any thunderstorm activity of any kind for today, and the amount of severe weather risk over the next couple of days is relatively minimal. Rainfall over the next 7 days, not much. Along the coast, 1/4 to 1/2 inch is being indicated from New York City and Philadelphia south and east. Now, that's going to depend on this little ocean low for Sunday that's going to be underneath the high that is sitting over us. But head up north into New England, for example, a very large area is not going to see rain for the next 7 days. And again, the action mainly along and west of the Mississippi River, where we're seeing sizable rainfalls up in the northern plains and back up into Wyoming and Montana. Some of this next week is going to be in the form of some heavy wet snow, especially in some of the higher mountain ranges. So taking a look at what we can expect going forward over the next couple of days, again, that high is built down far enough south so that we're going to be in pretty decent shape here. Just want to show you on the surface map that old stalled front. There's your high sitting up in northern New Hampshire and another high center over northern New Jersey. It's not a strong high this time of year, especially because we have this warm ridge aloft. The air aloft is dry, but the low levels get moisture that comes in from off the ocean, and that's why we have to deal with these round of clouds, especially during the nighttime and early morning hours. And then on the southern, underneath that high is a weak low that is sitting there off the South Carolina coast. This too is not going to be able to move northward because of the ridge that we're in, the ridge position that we're in. But we're going to watch to see how far north it gets. So we'll look at two models today. We'll look at the NAM model. I think will be, let's call it partly sunny on average for the rest of the afternoon and into sundown. Some areas will get a bit more sun. Other areas will get less depending on the cloud cover. Then we'll have another night of morning low clouds and fog coming in along the coast perhaps, but then that goes away and we'll have some sunshine for tomorrow, pretty similar to today. You'll notice that low off North Carolina just kind of spins there. The high settles in the Gulf of Maine on Saturday. Our flow is going to be east and east-southeast. Now, that may bring in more clouds, and that also may mean that the clouds may have a tough time getting out of the way on Saturday. And then we'll watch on Sunday to see if any of that southern moisture tries to sneak northward. The NAM says no. The GFS sneaks in a couple of showers there. And you see it there, that little streak that comes in from off the ocean. But again, the southeast flow is at the very least going to keep us in a lot of cloud cover over the weekend with the high to the northeast and a low to our south. And then going into next week, we're going to hold on to that onshore flow to an extent, but doesn't look like we'll get much in the way of precipitation until maybe late next week when this cold front and storm system in the northern plains actually comes out of the Rockies, and you can see there snow up in the northwest and into Montana and the western Dakotas. Some areas might wind up getting their first accumulating snows of the season. Actually, some areas will get their first accumulating snows of the very young season. But that low is going to wind up going to the northeast and well to our north and west. And we'll have a trailing cold front with that should make it through here probably sometime next weekend. So we're just kind of rolling along, more of the same, with very little changing from day to day, but more an emphasis on clouds for the weekend. And if there's going to be any scattered showers around, I would say the best chances would probably be on Sunday. Weather in 5 brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware at 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, New York, 631-756-1125 for the best prices in town. OmniTrueValue.com is the website. And Wholesale Holiday Lighting by Giannini, your complete holiday lighting specialist, meeting all your decorating needs at 162 Ocean Avenue in Lindenhurst, 631-957-5106. And the website there is liholidaylighting.com. So enjoy the rest of your day. Temperatures will be topping out this afternoon, generally in the low to mid 70s, maybe a little bit cooler along the coast. The same should hold for Friday. We'll be in the 60s everywhere on Saturday because of clouds, and maybe 60s to a few upper 60s and low 70s on Sunday. No Joe and Joe weather show until Sunday evening at 7:30 Eastern time. So we hope to see you then. Have a great day.